With the new Lion King movie about to drop in cinema, the theater stage is still roaring with this fantasy tale. Our very own Pride of the Rock, Bajan-born Du-wayne Hinds, was selected from hundreds of talented hopefuls for the understudy role of Simba. You could believe that? We caught up with him before he left for England to speak about the experience. And even though there has been some changes, yeah, he had to cut the hair so that it could fit underneath the mask. Let's see how it all began. Hey everybody, this is Empress Zinga here with you again. Today we are going to be chilling with Du-wayne Hinds, who is just about to leave in about a week or so to go and be an understudy down in Lion King, Broadway at its best down in UK. I can't even wait to start this interview, but before we do that, go on and don't forget to subscribe here on our YouTube channel and join our mailing list, GineOn.com. Du-wayne!
Hello!
What's going on?
What's going on? I am feeling great. I am honestly great. Tired. Extremely tired, but I'm good.
Okay.
Fabulousness.
Off camera, we were having, one-on-one chat.
Discussions, yeah.
Catching up and stuff. And I think the entire community, arts community that we all grew up in, plus the general public, is very proud of you. We all are.
Thank you.
Tell us about this process of auditioning for the Lion King.
Thank you so much, all creatives out there. Thank you so much for this love and support. I feel it, and I really appreciate it. It's taken me a lot further. They had both singing and dancing auditions. So, for me, I was like, I want to do both. I got there, and as soon as I got there, apparently the dance auditions were going on. We're about to start. I was thinking that I had the singing auditions first, so I was well prepared for that. So I had to kind of go and rush and change and pretty much get into the frame of mind to dance, right? But that was pretty okay. It went well. I remember the lady Celeste, because she would have done the auditions down here 2, 5, 6, however years ago. So I felt pretty confident and comfortable, even though I was not in necessarily best space health-wise, because I came down with some sort of flu or something like that, and my voice was really affecting me. And so I was kind of happy that I had the dance audition at first, because it helped me to just warm up my body, right? And then it's dance. So I was like, well, let me just free up myself and show them what I can do. I was like about 8 or 9 boys. We did it. We did the audition. It went well. And then I left and I went over to the singing audition.
Nice.
As I was doing the singing audition now, I remember after my song I did I Need You Now with Smokey Norfolk. And I remember after I finished the song, the guy was like, "You have an amazing voice." So I tried to be humble, like, thanks. I didn't know that. I was really just trying my best, but deep down inside, like, I was shaking, because I've dreamt about this for so long. So then for me to hear the casting coordinator tell me about my awesome voice, I won't trip out. 2 seconds after that, he was like, he really wants me to come back tomorrow, and he wants me to, start to read the lines and learn the songs from Simba and for the hyenas. So I got called back for 2 characters. All right. So I'm walking off the dressing room, and I'm just like, all right, cool. I mean, as though nothing happened, because I also meet a whole set of people downstairs who are obviously wanting this as well. So I don't know how to walk out like, that's happening. So I am just like cool, collective. Left, went home, woke up the next day. It was totally not. I had no voice.
Oh no.
The whole set of mucus was in my head.
Wow.
It was so hard for me to get into my head voice. They wanted me to sing Endless Night.
Oh no.
So my head voice was the only thing that was needed, and I am like,
you can't get there.
I don't have a voice. I woke up 5:30 in the morning, because the day before on the actual audition I woke up 4:30 and I went to the gym and I was preparing my mind and my body and everything. So for me to wake up early again the next day for the callback was like, okay, me just really getting my mind and body into it again, but a lot more so because this flu or whatever I have is attacking me a lot more. And I had to take I legit had to take God with me into that audition, because
he didn't really want you if you didn't want it though.
Exactly.
This he really
you
wants
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because in my mind, how have I waited for this for so long? The last years of my life, nothing has attacked me. I was perfect, right? And the week of this audition, I am tested to see if this is what I really want. And of course it is. So I am going to do all I can to be in my best position. So I got up, I did the heat inhalation, honey, baking soda and salt water. I started to gargle my throat.
Yeah, that's a bad type for theater.
Yeah, I got up, I started to skip. I really like move the mucus from around my body. Like I just wanted my body to be in its best form. And I went and I honestly just started to act as though nothing was wrong with me.
Okay.
But I knew I was not in my best position, right? But I took that belief in me and it did me well. The callbacks, I had the hyena audition first, and then after I had the Simba audition.
Okay.
Then, you know, even during the callbacks, they were kind of like asking people, you know, they're calling back certain people and saying, okay, well, we don't need you, blah, 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 the case may be. I made it to 12 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, I'm still here. After my Simba audition, the guys really gave me like some direction, and I think they were trying to figure out like, you know, how well can I take the direction. Yeah. So it was nice because, you know, I accustomed to that and I want to hear direction to prove to you that I can take direction. I honestly was in there pretty long. Even some of the other guys who were called out for Simbas, they weren't in there as long. So I was like, I don't know what that means, but you know, I doing my best. And after that they were like, you know, we don't leave, we need you to stay on for the movement. So i.e. we still want you to continue the whole casting process, right? And during my waiting period, I kind of stood back. I was away from everybody else and I was meditating. They had like a pool set up. And I just went and I meditated for like 15 minutes. Because I think it's very important for me, especially as an artist, as a creative, to don't forget your source. And my source of all of that was God and spirituality and connecting to the highest form of energy. And that for me, I needed to connect to in that time to manifest. This is what I really want. Yes, I went into the audition and it wasn't my best. I know it wasn't my best. You know, whether that was reflected on them or not. The point is, I couldn't go in there just by myself. I needed something else that was more powerful than me to help me. I remember I meditated, I started to see myself on stage, all sorts of weird things that, you know, I think a child would do. But I was doing it because I believed that it would work for me. So by the time we got into the dance audition, you know, I was pretty fine, you know, and then it wasn't as technically hard because this was now the movement audition for the actors and not necessarily dance audition, right? And I could tell that they were impressed. I could tell that they really liked me. I kept myself very humble though. I still made sure that I proved myself over and over and over. It wasn't me kind of going up on the dance and be like, oh, I like this. It was none of that. Like, I was very much
very professional and straight to the point.
Yeah, straight to the point, right? After that, they said, no, okay, thank you, you know, the final words. Thank you so much for coming out. We love your talent. We love the fact that we're here in Trinidad, and Trinidad has so much talent, blah, blah, ting, 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 BBB. And we're gonna go, right? But before we leave, and I'm seeing this guy has like 2 papers in his hand, right? And as he's talking, I'm like, that picture looks like my picture. Why do you have my picture, sir? Right? And he said before he leaves, he would like to see 2 more. He likes to see 2 more performers before they leave. So I'm like, is this some sort of spontaneous casting call? It was happening. He calls us back. He calls me and this other guy back. Both of us were selected for Simbas, right? And we had to sing over the song that we sang from the morning. Right? And I went back, I sang the song. He was kind of like even more impressed because I didn't forget the direction that was given from the morning session. And I think I had even started to develop it in my mind because just how actors, you know. So I think they were even more impressed by that. And I remember there was this long pause. He was like, wow, you know, you really didn't forget the directions, you know, and it was even a lot better than this morning, all these different things you were saying. And then I was saying thank you. I was about to hand back in my script, and he goes, no, you can keep the script. You can start to learn the lines one time. So I hear me, you know, I'm like, okay. What does that mean? I mean, I know what you said, or what does that mean, you know what I mean? And in my mind, I try not to like freak out about the fact that I am leaving this place with a Simba script in my hand. Alright, all I'm seeing is Simba. And I'm like, no, Du-wayne, that's not what he means. He probably just mean, you know, like, you did a good job and you get to keep the script. But deep down inside, I am like, nah, but this means I had to be good enough. Because the other guy didn't even take home the script, and he was asking me, like, you know, like, what they tell you and all these different things, and I was just like, what did they tell you? Long story short, in less than 2 days, this is after they said that they're going to get back to us in 6 months, 3 to 6 months.
Oh, seriously?
I got an email from the production coordinator in 2 days. So as in, I go to sleep. There's one day, wake up the next morning, 7:30. I see an email, and she's like, "Hey, Du-wayne, like, can I call you tomorrow to discuss Lion King London?" And I'm just like, this woman not real. This is a joke. This is one of my friends that I talked to that playing this on me. So much so I went online. I typed in her name to see she was legit. And I'm like,
Googly
nah,
woman?
Du-wayne. I said, this happening. You know, I've really manifested what it was that I wanted all my life. And the fact that I wasn't even in my best shape. You know what I mean? I just have so much to thank the universe and God for. That up to this day, I am still giving back, because I think I shot my own self, to be honest. As much as everybody was like, man, you got this and stuff, there's always a part of me that feels like I need to give more. I need to keep growing. So I'm never in the place of, this thing for me. Not in a negative way, like I don't know what's for me, but in a place of me knowing there's always more that I could give.
So you said that you auditioned before for Lion King. How long that was, like 3 years ago maybe?
I think they came here in 2013, was it? 2013.
Okay.
I was in a totally different place. I think I was now in BCC or about to leave or now joining. I think it was my first year at BCC. Okay. I was a lot bigger. I really didn't have as much under my belt. I really wasn't. I didn't do as much productions. You know, at that time I didn't even release my EP as well, my music. So it's like, it was such a big switch from then till now.
So you were at a big learning curve in your life at that point. Like that was more or less the beginning or the journey to Lion King, if you want to call it that.
If you want to put it up, because I remember going, and for me, I did it because of the experience. I didn't necessarily do it because I felt as though I was going to get in. I did it because I wanted to hear what they had to say. I wanted to see who they were choosing in person. I wanted to see what it was like to have that sort of interaction with the actual people. Reading online is one thing, but to actually see it play out for me, I really wanted that experience. I have grown so much and willing to grow so much more. Like, growth is so amazing, to be honest.
You talk about your journey. You say that you were a lot bigger than you were now, and as your friend as well, watching you in the arena of theater as well, I've seen your growth in terms of your body, because the first thing you learn when you're doing acting or doing any type of performance is that your body is the very first thing that you have to deal with. Even before you learn a line or sing a note, you got to take care of your body. So in terms of your progression, in terms of fitness and aligning that as who you are now as a performer, could you tell us a little bit about that?
For sure. I think my mind and my body, I think my mind and my body, it's so important when it comes to my creativity and me being a performer, right? My vessel is super important, and I think the more I started to respect that, the more love I gave to it. And I think through going through BCC and realizing, okay, from a very small age, I knew I will not get certain parts if I look a certain way. Whether I think it's unfair, whether I think people are always judgy and they don't wait to see. The point is, we live in a world where, based on perception, people will judge. That is it. And it's not even just about perception, it's about how you feel, because I didn't feel right. So if I'm not feeling right, then my creativity is not going to be at its best. So for me, I was like, okay, what can I do about myself to make myself feel better about myself? So it was all self-improvement and happiness. And I think I then started to work on my body and my mind, because it goes hand in hand. I then put more effort into creating and carving myself into the performer that I want to be, right? Whether it was also staying committed to dance class, whether it was continuing my writing, whether it was staying committed to theater. The point is, whoever I saw myself as, I just created myself towards that. And I think that approach helped for me, because then I start to visualize what I want, and then it just kind of happens. Once I'm connected to source, right? You don't do it by yourself, but once you're connected to source, then it would manifest. You know, and that's what it was for me. It's very important to keep your body in a great, or in its best place
condition as possible
when being a performer, because I mean, it's all you have is what you have to communicate to other people.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
In terms of being in Barbados and trying to do that how difficult was that for you to prep? Because I know in our environment we don't always have all of these different avenues to do what you are just about to go and do. So how difficult was that? Like, I mean, you could go to the gym. Anybody could go to the gym, but
it was honestly difficult, which is why I had also made the choice to move to Trinidad. It was just hard because I would have want to be able to stay and become the person that I want to become here, but the environment wasn't lending to that at all. You know what I mean? And I had to accept that for me. For you or for somebody else, maybe, but like as an individual, it wasn't, right? So I kind of needed to create that space in order for my mind to then click and be like, work on yourself and not become laid back or not become, because I need to be challenged. If I'm not challenged, then I feel like what is happening? I waking up and I'm not seeing something that's challenging me to do something. That's just how my mind works. So I think me just not being in the environment helped, and it caused me to become a lot more independent towards my choices. Home for me, I love home. It's very relaxing. Everybody should come to Barbados. But you know, like as a creative, I think you need to know where your space is. And once you find your space, then you will know which pace to go at.
You've done a few projects, one of which was a EP that you did, and it came out a couple years ago.
I released my musical EP that was in 2016 called Breathe.
It's even tattooed here. Oh wait, I can't see it.
Yeah, so the name of it was Breathe, and I basically wanted to create music. I was like, okay, I want to be a musician. I am a musician, and I want to put my fingers to something, and I was feeling so much on the inside. I felt like now was the time for me to create something. I was in a place where I necessarily didn't have all of the resources, so I kind of created a lot of things on my own. So the production is, well, the writing, a lot of the writing was myself. Not all of the writing was myself. The composition was myself as well. I would have worked with a good friend of mine, Jerome Thomas. He would have helped me with the piano parts and you know, in terms of the production. And then Andrew, you know, he also helped with the production. But a lot of it was from a very organic place, and I think it was me just questioning love and the universe and certain questions I had at the time. And then on top of that, just being a creative and using my background vocals and how I feel and creating mood. So I have 4 original songs on that and then 1 remix. Maze, Far Away, Down, and Sky are the originals. And I don't know, sometimes even when I look back and I see my music on like iTunes or Spotify, I mean, like, it hasn't reached like, you know, as big as you would have me liked. I feel like, wow, the fact that I really pushed and put effort into it and it's there, it's for people to hear. And somebody messaged me from Germany the other day and they were like, they listened to my remix before the gym session, and I'm like, you don't do that. You're just telling me so because you want to be my friend. You know what I mean? Like, you're just telling me that. But I'm also in the gym at the time receiving this message, like, you never know what you can create and where it can reach, even if time is off. Like, I released this like 3 years ago, but it's still going to be received. And I think that was the basis of me and my creativity. I know there's somebody out there who needs it, and just for that simple fact, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? And that is where the whole idea of Breathe came, the idea of being able to release and to allow yourself to grow and to feel. And that's where the music came from.
You're doing a lot of inspirational things as a person, especially outside of being a performer, but as a person you're also doing other inspirational things in terms of, I've created music, but even if one person hears it, I feel good if it could like uplift them.
Yeah, of course.
And that also expanded when IGTV just came out. I remember you going to the gym and you doing all of these inspirational courses. Like, I could do it, going at the hill, their path, you're killing yourself.
Because
you can do it, everyone. You can do it.
Because for me, I don't know. When I inspire others, it's almost like it's translated back to me, and then it's like an ongoing cycle. So then each and every time I have the opportunity to inspire someone, I'm also myself lifting up myself, you know, and which is why I love to do it, because then it feels like both of us. It don't just feel like just me. I don't know how to be selfish when it comes to certain things, you know what I mean? So I really do enjoy that exchange. So it's not hard for me to, and because I'm a very reflective individual too, it's not hard for me to reflect on where I am, whether in the now or in the past, or where I want to be in the future, and turn that into a quote, or turn that into a video, or turn that into a song, or turn that into a sound.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just how I am.
Good dear. All right, you got 3 seconds to make a choice.
This is scary.
It's not. I'll
Okay.
hold your hand. Well, hold my elbow because you can't see your phone. All right, so vanilla tea times or chocolate tea times?
Ah, chocolate.
Wingdings or tenders?
Oh, wingdings.
Crop over or Christmas?
Christmas. Oh, not crop over. Crop over.
Grandma cheese or tamarind balls?
Tambourine rolls.
So the mix or eclipse?
Eclipse.
All right, good.
Good. That Christmas on crop over. 2 C's.
Yes.
My mind would just say C. No, Jerome. Ah, crop over.
Be gone. Gone. It's Christmas now.
That was funny. Okay, that was good. Y'all should do that all season for all episodes. That was really good.
Well, we had a good chat. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this story a lot.
Too.
I really did.
Telling you.
I really had a good time, and I hope that if there are people who don't know about Du-wayne Hinds, they know about you now, and they continue to follow you on Instagram or Facebook. Speaking of which, where is you?
Yeah, so you can find me, Du-wayne Hinds, on Facebook, Instagram, that's DUWAYNEHINDS, Du-wayne Hinds. Twitter is the same thing, DUWAYNEHINDS. What else is there? SoundCloud. You can find me as Du-wayne. My artist name is Du-wayne, so that's DU-WAYNE. I think y'all would probably show it on the screen.
Yeah.
iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, everything is there. DU-WAYNE. Just type in my name, Du-wayne, and you'll find me.
Nice.
Promise.
Continue to follow him and support him as he continues his journey on to the Lion King. I think we can call this one the Pride of Bajan Rock or Pride Rock.
The Pride of Bajan Rock. I
think I like that. We gonna work with it, man. Up there.
Figure it out, don't worry.
But sign deal with Pride Rock, I think.
Out.
Yeah. He's our pride. We like him. He's from the rock, you know.
I am dying.
We can see you somewhere sometime soon.
Yes.
Later.
Bye bye.